Hello there, everybody, and today I'm here to review part 2 of Andor Season 2, episodes 4 through 6. And I gotta say, a lot of people really love this show. As for me, this show is pretty solid. Not my favorite Star Wars show so far, but it definitely explores the aspects that lead up to Rogue One. But this time, in these 3 episodes, we see Cassian and his girlfriend on trying to lay low on a planet, but Cassian decides to go undercover as like a fashion designer, so he can find information about the Gormir, which is going to be like a massacre that is planned by the Empire. And we see the various tribes of the rebellion working together to prevent that massacre, but it's definitely going to be shown in the next arc. And it was tough for me to watch these episodes, but it felt like it was going in a different direction. Like, we see the city of Coruscant, we see what Mon Mothma's trying to do in the Senate, we see Luthen, we do see Director Krennic until like the very end. But I felt we saw more of the side characters a lot more. Like, we also saw the return of Shirelle, who is being spied on by various people while he's working at his job on Coruscant. But we see him go through that moment of the show. But Cassian mainly is trying to protect his girl after she unfortunately got, the last episode. But he's trying to protect her, and she's just feeling a lot of stress and having various nightmares of what has happened. And she's trying to, stay calm, but it's just not working out. Cassian's trying to stay low from the Empire, trying to stay out of trouble, but he does catch on to what they're up to lately. And it's very intense moments for the characters. But yeah, we don't really see Cassian too much throughout the episodes, but we do see him. We see him trying to work his clever ways when trying to find the Gormans. But he mainly teams up with various people as a con artist. Like, I do like his outfit he wears as a con artist, as a fashion designer, and he's just infiltrating various rooms on Coruscant. He even sneaks his way on a transport to get all the way over there so he doesn't get caught. But the other things we do see in this show is Saw Gerrera. Forrest Whitaker has returned, and we also see the characters go to Decor, which would later be used in the sequel trilogy. Oh, look, the sequel trilogy has been confirmed because they went to that planet. But Saw Gerrera is getting very testy with his group of rebels, as he believes there is a traitor among them, and he even kills one of them, and they have to leave the planet to move on to the next move. And he literally has one of his goons stand up and says, "We will continue to fight." I thought that scene was really good. It's a very Saw Gerrera thing, and we don't even know when he loses his leg, and he becomes partially bald. I don't know if I think that was in the reshoots. He in Rogue One, where he didn't have hair, but now he does have hair. But we don't know where Jin is by the time of this season, since this does time jump all the way to 2 years before the battle. Wait, no, it's 3 years before New Hope. So it's nice that they're actually showing what year it is in Star Wars, even though we don't really know what year. We just know it takes place before New Hope, and this is probably during Star Wars Rebels Season 2 with Darth Vader versus Ahsoka, and then that's what I like about it. We're getting that time period and seeing what the Rebels were really up to, while the Ghost Crew was doing some stuff in Lothal or Gorel, and it's just a bunch of cool stuff. I also did like the return of Two Tubes. I like that character a lot, But the main thing about these whole episodes is we also see Mon Mothma, who is trying to bring rebels together on Coruscant. We see various Senate scenes in the third episode. But once they do go to the art gallery, and they're up against Director Krennic, it becomes like a debate, which was quite interesting. We see various art exhibits, and Director Krennic is even wearing like a more fancier outfit. We also see the return of Bail Organa, who has been recasted, unfortunately. But the guy who played him, he does look like Bail Organa. I don't know the actor's name, but yeah, it was unfortunate Jimmy Smits couldn't return to play Bail Organa because he was too busy with his schedule or something. But it feels like it makes sense to have Bail Organa show up in this show because, I don't know, he's part of the larger rebellion story, which is what we're getting throughout this whole show. But the main thing, Cassian and his girl do, they sneak into the Imperial base of the Gormans, and I think they even blow up the building at the very end. I forget what leads up to it, but like that scene was badass at the very end. A perfect way to end the episode, in my opinion. But yeah, a lot of things do happen throughout this. Like even Cassian starts to lose his trust with Luthen because he believes Luthen is trying to use them. But it just leads conflict. So I don't know what's gonna happen to Luthen. Some people think he's gonna die maybe the next 2 arcs of the show. But I hope the next arc we do see K2SO. Because I think Cassian does get him around 2 BBY, which will be the next era. But we're probably going to see much more deadlier things throughout this whole episode. The next 3 episodes. It's going to be a hard time watching since, Andor is kind of a chore for me to watch since I have a slow attention span. But I am piecing together what's going on. We see various rebels. We even see the return of the characters from the Forest arc, where Cassian teams up with those rebels for a rebel heist. And those characters return to make their move against the Empire on Coruscant. Their arc was pretty decent. But overall, Andor Season 2 is solid still. And I'll definitely be covering the next 2 arcs of the show, since this show is only have 2 weeks left. Very excited for how it's all going to tie together for Rogue One. And after I finish Andor Season 2, I'm definitely going to watch Rogue One, rewatch it all these years later, since it's been a while since I watched Rogue One. But what do you think of these episodes? Were they good for you? Were they alright? But I can't wait to talk about it. So that being said, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you always.